Hello, receiving students, sixes and receiving teachers.
Hello, Mr. Nambari.
Thank you. Take your seat. Now, receiving students and sixes, before we go into our today's lesson, we will do a short recapping. Receiving students, I'm pretty sure that your teacher will show you or will demonstrate as we go through this recapping activity. For the model class, you have a 1 meter ruler which is on your table. Now, we will try to use that 1 meter ruler in this recapping activity. Now, receiving students and sixes, I would like you to look at this question which is on the screen. How many centimeters is equal to 1 meter? Now, students, using the 1 meter ruler, I would like you to look at the 1 meter ruler and try to find out how many centimeters make up a 1 meter ruler. Now, receiving teacher, please, if you have a meter ruler, please try to, or you can use that meter ruler and show it to your class so that they will try to identify how many centimeters is in a meter ruler, or you pass the 1 meter ruler around, and then they can have a look at the meter ruler and try to work out the answer. Now, you have a minute to do that activity before we can answer the question. So, look at the 1 meter ruler and try to find out how many centimeters makes up a meter ruler. How many centimeters is equal to 1 meter? Finish? Okay, 1 minute up. Now, let us go back to the question. How many centimeters is equal to 1 meter? Receiving students, please tell your teacher how many centimeters makes up 1 meter. Okay, let's have Jordan. Jordan, can you tell the class how many centimeters makes up 1 meter?
100 centimeters.
Very good. 100 centimeters. Receiving students and sixes, if you look at a 1 meter ruler, there are 100 centimeters that makes up a 1 meter, or that makes up 1 meter. So this is a 1 meter ruler. There are 100 centimeters in 1 meter ruler. Good. Now, receiving students and sixes, we will go to our topic for today. Our lesson topic for today is on changing units of length 1. So that will be our lesson topic for today. Changing units of length 1. Okay, before we go into the main activity of the lesson, I would like to show you the conversion table of units of length. Conversion table of units of length. From the screen, you have a table there. And the table shows the conversion of length. What is the first conversion there? Receiving students and sixes. The first one shows 1 centimeter. Every 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So, if you look at a 30 centimeter ruler, starting from here, that's the 0, and up here is 1 centimeter. So, from here to here is 1 centimeter on this 30 centimeter ruler. And that is equivalent, that is equal to 10 millimeters. 10 millimeters. So, receiving students and sixes, every 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. Now, what's the next conversion of length? Meter. 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. That's the one that we did in our recapping exercise. So every 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. And the last conversion of length is kilometer and meters. 1 kilometer is equals to 1,000 kilometers. So it's talking about the distance. So 1 kilometer, every 1 kilometer is equals to 1,000 meters. So this is the basic conversion of lengths. Whenever you want to change from one unit to another, use this table to guide you so that you can change from one unit to another. For example, if you want to change, let's say, 10 centimeter to millimeter, you use this conversion table, which is centimeter, 1 centimeter to 10 millimeter. You use that as your guide so that you can change 10 centimeter to how many millimeter it is. So you can use this table, conversion table, to change from one unit to another. Now I'll give you a minute to copy down that table. Last few seconds remaining before we go to our main activity. All right, 1 minute up. Receiving students and sixes, if you haven't copied the table, you can copy from your other friends who have completed copying the table. Now let us go to our learning activity for today's lesson. On the screen you have a question there for the learning activity. The question reads, how many millimeters in a 30 centimeter ruler? Now students, our learning activity for today is to find out how many millimeters in a 30 centimeter ruler. Now, take a look at the 30 centimeter ruler and try to identify how many millimeters in a 30 centimeter ruler. Remember your conversion table. Conversion table on length states that every 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. 10 millimeters. Every 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. Now, this question here is asking us how many millimeters in a 30 centimeter ruler. Okay, let's have Alan. Alan, before we go through the steps and what, let's have Alan. Alan is trying to give us the answer.
300 millimeters.
Okay, Alan says 300 millimeters. Receiving students and sixes, I hope, I hope you have given the same answer, 300 millimeters. Okay, if you look at a 30 centimeter ruler, there are 300 millimeters in a 30 centimeter ruler. Now, Alan, good that you have given the answer. Can you explain a little bit on how you got 300 millimeter? Alan?
I times 10 times 30.
Okay, Alan times or multiplied 10 times 30. Very good. Let's give him 2 big claps. Alan multiplied 10 times 30. Very good, Alan. Okay, let's go through the examples on how Alan got that answer, 300 millimeters, and how he multiplied 10 times 30 to give us 300 millimeter. Now, how many millimeters in a 30 centimeter ruler? We are trying to change 30 centimeter to millimeter. Okay? So, since 1 centimeter is equals to 10 millimeter, 30 centimeter is equals to 30 times 10 millimeter. And it's equal to 300. So, 30 centimeter as millimeter is 300 millimeter. So, receiving students and 6 is, what basic operation is used here to change from centimeter to millimeter? Receiving students and 6 is. What is the basic operation? Or what operation is used to apply in here to change from this centimeter to millimeter? Let's Victoria.
Multiplication.
Very good. It's multiplication. So, class, the method to change bigger unit to smaller unit, we multiply. Is centimeter bigger than millimeter? Which is bigger, centimeter or millimeter? Centimeter is big than millimeter. So, in this example here, we are trying to change bigger unit, which is centimeter, to smaller unit, which is millimeter. So, when you are changing the units of length from bigger to small, you multiply. So, that is the method. So, class, 30 centimeter is equals to how many millimeters? 300 millimeters. Now, let's go to our activity. We have 2 exercises to do here in this lesson. Exercise 1, change each of these measurements into smaller units. So they are given in bigger units. You have to change them in smaller units. A, 6 meter is equals to how many centimeter? And B, 8 kilometers is equals to how many meters? Receiving students and 6s, I'll give you 3 minutes to complete that exercise before we go to the next exercise number 2. Receiving teacher, you can walk around and supervise your student. Now receiving students and sixes. I said that we will do exercise 1 for 3 minutes. So 3 minutes is up. We will now move on to exercise 2. Exercise 2 is a problem question. So the distance from a church to a school is 2.5 kilometers. What is that distance in meters? Centimeters, huh? Check this now, this is wrong. No, wrong. 1,000 centimeters. 1,000 meters is equals to 1 kilometers. Sorry. This is correct. Not this one. Centimeter to meter. Check this. Finish. This is correct, this is wrong. Finish. Okay. Check. Finish. Okay, receiving students and sixes. For question 2 or exercise 2, I would like you to do that exercise as your homework. When you complete the exercise, please don't forget to give the exercise to your teacher to mark that exercise. So receiving teacher, please, exercise 2, students can do it as their homework, and make sure you collect the books. Now receiving students and sixes, before we wind down the lesson, we will correct exercise number 1. So let's correct exercise number 1. Receiving teacher, please select 2 students to go up to the front and write the answer on the board. From the model class, I will have Marilis and Lewis. Marilis and Lewis. Good. Just write it big. Big. Okay, Mary Liz here. Please explain to your friends how you got that answer. Okay, class, receiving students and model class, our friend Mary Liz is going to explain to us how she got that answer. Lewis, stand by.
I times 6 times 10 millimeter is equals to 600 centimeter.
Okay, you say it and I'll write it. What did you times?
6
6
times
times
10 millimeter
10 millimeter. Uh-huh.
equals to 600
Equals to 600.
centimeter.
600 centimeter. Good. Let's have Lewis. Lewis, how did you get 800? Please explain to your friends.
I times 8 by 100.
8 times 100
10.
meters.
Sorry, 10.
Oh, 10. 10 what? Face the class.
10 centimeter.
10 centimeter. Good, okay. And your answer was?
800 meter.
800. Yes, Lewis? That's how you did your working out to get this 800? Face the class. Yes?
10 meter.
10 meter. Oh, okay. Sorry. 10 meter. Okay. So that's how you got your answer. Very good. Let's give them 2 big claps. Class and receiving students. Okay. Let us look at the answers. 600 meters is equals to 600 centimeters. Let me take you back to the conversion table. Now, from the conversion table, exercise A, we are changing meters to centimeter. And exercise B, we are changing kilometers to meters. Now, from meters to centimeters, from the conversion table, receiving students at 6 is. What does it tell you about? 1 meter is equals to how many centimeters? 100 centimeters. Now let's look at our friend Marylis working out. Okay, her answer is 600 centimeter. But her working out, does it match her answer? No. So what is the correct conversion here? She should have multiplied by 100 centimeter. Marylis, 6 times 100 centimeter, which is equals to 600 centimeter. Why are we multiplying by 100 centimeter? Because 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. That's why we have to multiply by 100 centimeter. So receiving students and 6's, if you have done the same mistake, especially with your working out, please do correct your working out. Not multiplying by 10 millimeter, but 6 times 100 centimeter. So you get that in centimeter, which is 600 centimeter. Now, exercise B. Is the answer correct? No. Okay. Is the working out correct too? No. The working out is not correct. So 1 kilometer is equals to how many meters? Sorry? 1 kilometer is equals to 1,000 meters. So, if 1 kilometer is equals to 1,000 meters, Then, how many meters is equal, how many meters is it equal to 8 kilometers? 8,000. So we should multiply by, our friend Lewis should multiply by what? 8 times 1,000 meters. So what would be the answer? 8,000 meters. Receiving students and sixes, that's the correct working out. Please, if you have done mistake with your answer or did not follow the correct working out, please do correct that working out. Receiving teacher, please make corrections on your students' work. Now receiving students and sixes. In our summary lesson for today, or our summary lesson for today, or summary for the lesson, when we are changing units of length, that is from big to small, we multiply. We multiply. For example, km or kilometer to meter, we multiply by 1,000. Meter to centimeter, we multiply by 100. And centimeter to millimeter, we multiply by 10. So, every time when you are changing from bigger unit to smaller unit, we multiply. Receiving students and sixes. I'll give you a minute to copy down that quickly. Okay, receiving students and sixes. What's the key phrase for our lesson for today? Junior, what's the key phrase?
Unit length.
Sorry?
Unit length.
Unit length. Okay, let's look at what is big to small, multiply. So, in other words, when you are changing bigger units of length to smaller units, you must multiply. Our next lesson topic is on changing units of length too. With that, receiving students and sixes, this has bring us to the end of our lesson for today. And thank you very much for your participation.